in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Greystone, travel.
Hatchet. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check.
Topper. Lee Griff.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
New draw quarters. Hey, foxtrot. Hard. Look at me, zipper. Now.
2nd and 4. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 27 yards there, a first down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Hey!
Mike's 59. Here I come. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's the 59.
Back to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 50, plant.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Shift. Watch the shift.
X3. 218. Chopper. 5.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete here. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
Mike, check. 59.
Bravo.
Let's go, V. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Shoot.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check nickel.
Hey, 88. All right. Check 30. Hey, Delta. Get up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish thing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Philip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 63 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Go! Hey, orbit!
Mike, check. 59. Go!
Second and 11. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Redskins.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Hey, Charlie.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Where y'all going?
Slam.
Hey, zoom. Zoom.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and he's going to go down again. Jordan Evans able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Five.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Right.
Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Get 300.
Here's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Go. Hey, Haywood.
Check, 59. Hey, watch
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here.
I'm coming. Mike's 59.
Yep.
Mike's 59.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Hey.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
He'll drop to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Alert 3.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Ready? 10-2 soft.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First down, Washington.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rodgers going to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, you block over here.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give them a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran...
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59.
Now!
Ricky. Mike's
On the ball! Let go!
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Rodgers now on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Jump out!
54. Watch the curl.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Go!
On first down, Rodgers letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it's second down.
Double tight. 3 down.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
26. Plant. Motion. Hey, Alpha. 2.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Check. 59.
Hey, exit. Big grip.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Check 59. Mike.
Now back to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
59 Mike. Check.
Hey, orbit. 5.
They're going to try and throw. Looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back north.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Rodgers now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
Heavy on the edges.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Set. And shoot stop.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's 61. Matchbox lights.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
18 Gator. Hey, wahoo!
That's the way. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Second and 6. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
He's coming, double up. Check. Fresno. Right there.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, a run with Lindsey. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Walker in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, take 26. Box it.
Hey, let's get some pressure.
Hey, Echo.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Hey, lock it.
Check three.
Smooth. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, right now. You got 58. Who's 58?
It's our time. It's our time.
50. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's 54. Mike.
Now Rodgers. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Mike, check, 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall